All right, well, let's leave Panama City. We're heading to Tallahassee. Man, have we got some important things to talk about. You know, I love this cover. It has the little built-in cinch sack. It's gotten way, way better at deploying it and all that. Just like that. Look at this. Coach Bick wants a kiss.
Oh, wow.
Love you, baby.
Oh, neat glasses.
Yeah, thank you. Well, hello friends, Coach Bob with you today, and you have caught me riding home from Panama City, Florida, where I have attended the Thunder Beach Rally. Make sure you check that video out. It was a great time. Family was over there. My beautiful wife, Coach Vic, was there. The effervescent Coach Vic, I might add. Followed by my beautiful daughter and handsome son-in-law, Sarah and David, and our exquisite granddaughter, little Lenny. She is the best. All right. Well, with all that out of the way, let's talk about what we're going to talk about today. Well, in my experience, a lot of people question whether they should go to motorcycle rallies or not. You know, that's a topic that I've had discussions with many, many Can-Am people. They're like, we don't feel like we fit in. You know, we feel like the third wheel, pun intended. But what I'm going to tell you is I believe personally that you're going to love going to motorcycle rallies, but I'm going to give you a few things to think about, things that will make it enjoyable. Let this guy get around me and then I'll pass. Things that will make it enjoyable if you look at it, and you could look at that same exact topic and you can make it negative. We're gonna explore both sides of each topic so that we approach this from a very, very objective standpoint, because we don't want to just say, hey, this is how I feel and so you should feel this way too. Obviously I enjoy going to them because I go to them, but I want to share with you some reasons why you might or might not. Okay. All right, the very first reason that you would want to go is to be around other riders, just to be around other riders, you know, to be in the presence of thousands of motorcycle riders, people who have the same desires and passion about being outdoors in the wind, experiencing the elements like we do as riders. We're a different breed. We are a different breed of people, and when you're around other people, and it doesn't matter what they ride or what they look like, they understand that. They get that feeling that they get when they're outside riding. They know that. So when you talk about trips and traveling, you will pick up more information than you could possibly imagine. I mean, they're always, you know, whether it's the roughest Harley rider or the most exquisite BMW rider, it's going to be the same. You're going to feel that same vibe. There's a sense, there's a spirit within motorcycle people that is just uplifting. It is wonderful, and I love it. I love it. All right. So what's a reason that you would not like that? Well, if you don't like crowds bother you, if noise bothers you, you're going to hate it. I'm just going to tell you. If people who are, we'll say, colorful, you know, in their behavior, you'll have people that might be a little more profane than you are, or may wear things that you wouldn't wear, or behave in a way that you wouldn't behave. If that makes you uncomfortable, you won't enjoy it, because it is a very diverse background of people from all walks of life and from all positions in the riding community, whether it is riding a hardtail Harley Davidson panhead, where a guy's wearing a kidney belt because his back feels like it's going to break from bouncing up and down, or a guy riding a $30,000 BMW R1200 GSA. You're going to be around all kinds of people, and if that is problematic or makes you feel awkward, then you definitely don't want to go, because we'll just say there's some real colorful people there. I like it. I love talking to people. I talked to a guy, his name was Jim. He was an artist. He was selling his art, and super talented. He had done some paintings of Indian Larry, and just an amazing guy. He's from Ohio. If I can find a link to his art, I'll drop it down below. but just a great artist and a very, very nice human being. There's all kinds of people you're going to meet. Another couple I met that was just very ultra conservative, you know, khakis and Alabama polo shirt, you know, talking about family and life, and they had been here for a wedding and all these things and motorcycles and all of it. And you're going to have people that you're going to gravitate towards because that's what you are. But if those disparities, if those radical swings in behavior in crowds bother you, you'll be uncomfortable. So what is the second reason that you would want to go? Well, I'm going to tell you one of the main reasons I love to go is to see what the manufacturers are offering. You know, the manufacturers, Can-Am was at this particular event. Now, they're not at every event because some events are quite small, but they were at this event, and it was great to see what they have to offer. I mean, there are purchase options for those people who are getting ready to buy a Spyder or a BIKER or a Canyon or whatever. You know, you can see what kind of promotions they have. And so it's always good to do that. Also, you get to sit on everything that they have, and they have demo rides so that you can go ride the new things. And it's not just Can-Am. If you want to go ride the new Indian or the new Harley, you have the option to go do that. It's a great thing. It really is. To see the new models that Harley has, they have some nice limited edition models that are out there really, really cool looking. They've changed some things on their new touring models. There's a lot of changes. They've changed things on their Tri-Glide. So to be able to observe and ride those motorcycles is a great thing. Indian also had their demo rides going. Great. And it was just an overall pleasant experience touring the manufacturer tents. Now, why would you not want to go see that? If you're happy with what you have and those things don't interest you, well, then you go, okay, well, that's not my cup of tea. I don't really care what's new with Can-Am. I don't care what's new with Harley. I don't ride a Harley. Or I don't care what's new with Indian. I've had my Indian for 20 years and I'm not buying a new one. Well, I'm not that way. Even if I'm not going to buy something, I want to browse and look and learn. That's just how I am. So I love that. I absolutely love that. But if you're not into that stuff and that's boring to you and you're not looking to buy anything new and you're like, I just don't care. If you were buying something, you might be, well, if I was buying something, I'd care. But just to know, nah. I'll wait till Coach Bob comes out with a video and I can drink coffee and watch it on TV. And either one of those are fine. I got no dog in that fight. I'm glad you're watching. So what's a third reason that you would want to go? Well, a third reason is to see the creativity that humans have. You know, whether it's a Can-Am Spyder or a hardtail chopper, to see what people can manifest in their mind and then put it to work with a set of tools and create it in real life, that is an absolutely beautiful thing. And you will see creativity that is absolutely off the chain, man. I saw things that just blew me away. I mean, it just blew me away. I can't believe how talented people are. You know, I've been looking at this stuff my whole life. I mean, literally my whole life. My brother was building choppers when I was 8 years old in the driveway. So I've been around this stuff my whole life. And he was a very creative guy. He died years ago. He was a motorcycle fiend. But to see the creativity in people, you know, whether it's, I saw things over there I haven't seen in a long time, and it was really, really nice. It was amazing. One thing I saw that I have never seen before was a chopper, a hardtail rigid frame chopper that had a set of extended forks, but what they had done, they had adjusted the rake and the length of the forks in order to accommodate one of those massive front tires that are on the baggers with the big wheels. Now, I know that it handles like crap. I know it does with that big wheel up there. But it doesn't change the fact that it's really cool. And it is really, really cool. And the creativity with the old school where they would take a bar of steel and heat it and twist it, and heat it and twist it, and heat it and twist it. That's an art form, and to see people do that again, where I have not seen that on a lot of the modern day motorcycles, to build an old coffin tank, they don't hold much gas, but the creativity, it's just beautiful. And then to see the old school metal flake, that sort of stuff, I love to see the human mind, what it can do, what people can create. It's magnificent. It's quite wonderful. So if that turns you on, then motorcycle rallies is the place, because it's not just going to be in booths. As you walk around the event, you're going to see it is just unbelievable how creative people are. Whether it's mounting a drink holder in a way that you never thought was possible, or a windshield that they cut to a certain size and then buffed it to where it looks factory made, but you realize that it's not factory made, they made it. And then when you talk to them about it, they tell you how they did it. Man, I mean, these people are true artisans. It's unbelievable how wonderful that is. So why would you not want to see that? Well, part of that means that you're going to be around the crowds, and you're going to be looking at things with other people. And if that doesn't float your boat, where you're conversing about these things, and things like that might not even interest you. You may go, I don't even know what a hardtail is. I don't know the difference between a soft tail and a hardtail. I don't know the difference between an iron head, a knuckle head, a pan head, a Evo, or a twin cam. If you're not into that kind of stuff, it'll probably bore you. With me, I'm into it. I love seeing it. There are 3 reasons. Or is there a 4th reason? Well, yeah, there is. There is. To see all of the products, the aftermarket products that are out there, and just other items that you might want to pick up. So here's an example. I've been wanting a pair of amber lens glasses, right? And I'm wearing them right now. I'll lift my lid so you can see it. It'll get noisy for a second. Check them out. All right, so these amber lens glasses, I didn't want to drop an arm and a leg. Now I know I can go out and buy, a set of Smiths for $100 or whatever, but I wasn't sure that I was even going to like them. The reason I want these, I do a lot of dusk rides and a lot of evening rides at home, and I'll have my sunglasses on, and I may have a helmet without a face shield on it, and so I have to have eye protection on. So I want something that's going to make it brighter, so that I pick things up that are in the shade. And so these are a perfect fit for that. And I wanted to wear them in the daytime to see what it did to my eyes, and that's why I'm testing them out now. I picked these up for like $15. They're absolutely clear. They're polarized. They're sweet. I'll be doing a review on them soon. But if you're into that kind of stuff, you're going to see all that. Whether it's a new set of shocks or what they're doing in the world of air suspensions. Man, air suspension is a huge thing in the Harley world. But I believe that as you see people grow in the Spyder world, as they're buying these older Spyders and customizing them, you're going to see people slamming them. You're going to see people putting them on the ground. And it's going to be cool. All this stuff exists out there, and with a little modification and a little forethought, you're going to be able to create some really amazing things. A Spyder that would sit 3 inches, 4 inches off the ground would look super cool. I mean, it may not be functional for what I do, but I understand that it's the cool factor, the wow factor. People that are converting saddlebags into speaker boxes, the guys on the Harleys do that. You're going to see that in Spyders. People with the F3s that are kind of sporty looking, they'll convert those saddlebags to speaker boxes. And I've already seen it some. And all of that stuff, a lot of LED light stuff, that's another huge market that didn't exist. Everybody's making plug and play LED light sets. They have places that will install them. You pull your motorcycle in there, they talk to you about what you have and how it works. And if you let them do the job, they do it. And if you don't, you don't. In DeLand Spyder Rally, they have all that up there specifically for Spyders. They have all the suspension stuff. They'll do maintenance, oil change for you. They have all the LED kits, all kinds of stuff for these things. It's really, really cool. So to see the manufacturers and what they have to offer is a great reason to go to a motorcycle rally. All right, so what is the downside of that? Well, you know, if you don't want to change your motorcycle at all, your Spyder, your Harley, your Triumph, your Ducati, whatever you have, if you're like, I'm just happy with where it is and I don't care what they're developing out there, then it wouldn't bore you. Honestly, you would actually be bored walking around. You're like, it's hot, it's crowded, I'm hungry, I don't want to do this, I want to go home. That's how you'll feel if you're not into that kind of stuff. So you want to make sure that you're into these things when you go to a rally, because that's what you're going to experience. So is there another thing? Of course there is. And then I'm going to finish the last one with a negative. It's just a negative. So the other thing is, I'm going to just say this. It's going to sound awfully artsy-fartsy, kind of new age, woo, one of those things, right? The vibe. Just the overall vibe. I feel lighter in my shoes, man. I smile more. I laugh more. I shake more hands and hug more people. I hear their story. I share in their life, and it's beautiful, and I love it. They're passionate about what they do. You see that person? They gave me the goofy wave. They were like this. That was awesome. It really is this whole vibe thing, and you pick up on it. I saw a guy, he was as rough looking as you could possibly imagine. And he was in a motorcycle club. I'm not going to name the name of the club because I don't think that would be cool. But I asked him about his patch because it was a club I was not familiar with. And we talked about it. And I'm like, well, do you have a lot of chapters? And he's like, yeah, we've got a chapter in Florida, we've got one in Georgia, and some up in the Northeast, right? But we're a small club in the grand scheme of things, but we have thousands of members. But the guy was, I mean, big old long beard, shaved head, the big tasseled high boots, pants looked like you could read a newspaper through them, no shirt, with a vest with with his patch on there and his club name and all that stuff. The guy was unbelievably interesting, but he had this vibe about him. It was amazing. He just had this aura about him. It said, let's talk. We chatted for 15, 20 minutes. It was great. It was great. If you're into that vibe and you love just that feeling, it's more than just motorcycle people. It's just this connection, this intangible. That is a good reason to go. Was there a negative side to that? I'd say not really, but I'm going to share the last one that is a negative, and I don't think there's a real positive side to it. And that's getting on the road with thousands of riders who sometimes are drinking, and sometimes irresponsible, sometimes incapable. And many riders, the majority of them are probably very experienced, exceptional riders. But let's say, we'll say 70% of every rider out there is a good rider. That means 30 out of every 100. That means 300 out of every 1,000. That means 3,000 out of every 10,000, which would mean that 18,000, isn't that right? 3,000 out of every 10,000? Yeah, 3 times 6, 18,000 irresponsible riders would be there. 18,000. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of dum-dums. And when you gather a lot of dum-dums in one place, you're going to have some bad outcomes. And there is no upside to that unless you're looking for like YouTube material where you post irresponsible behavior and you want to like show the accident scene, which I'm not into any of that crap. I don't want to be around that. But all of the other things that are positive make it worth it to me. So what about you? Do you think it's worth it? Do you want to go to a motorcycle rally? And all motorcycle rallies aren't created the same. This is way more calm. than Daytona. Daytona, I would say 60% of the people are irresponsible. At least 60%, maybe more. You see more ding-a-lings down there than you ever saw in your life. It's crazy. And the most responsible group I ever ride around are the Spyder riders up in DeLand. I would say 90% of them, maybe even higher, are very responsible riders. You don't see people just doing dumb-dumb stuff. You might see people make a mistake because we're humans, but they're not just going out behaving badly. And that is what is one thing that elevates the Spyder game. And as people that are like me, as I've become a grandfather and a father, I relate to that crowd more. It's not that I can't still be a dum-dum. Oh, trust me, I'm an idiot. Coach Vic tells me so all the time. You're an idiot. You're a 17-year-old Bobby. You need to grow up. I'm like, I'm growing old. That's close enough. All right, well, so there's all of the ins and outs of a motorcycle rally. I want you to leave comments down below of why you go or why you don't go. If you could add to that list, or if some of those you don't even think matter. And I really would appreciate if you do that. Also, give the video a big old thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, all that. It really does help us grow, and I love L-O-V-E that. Red light, what do you say? I say stop. Stop right away. Green light, what do you say? I say scan, that way nobody runs into and kills you before you go. Bunch of Harleys there. I imagine they'll be blowing by me. They're going to want to do 80 miles an hour probably. Who knows? But you see, did you see by chance when I was there how one of the riders actually was rapidly approaching that group and stopped like right in the middle of them? That kind of crap makes me so nervous. It's like I'm nervous as cat around people like that. It's just dumb riding. That's all it is. It's dangerous. All right. Well, enough of that. So there you go. Another one is in the book. So I want you to do me a favor. Yes, you go out, buy the motorcycle of your dreams, eat right, take care of yourself, and remember, if you're not having fun, you are most definitely doing it wrong. Now you go seize the day, and I'll see you on the road real soon.